Well, how do you do? Hey, it's Kristen at Good Knit Kisses. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you are here. I am here on Mondays for Ask Me Anything Q&A day. And actually, I have my son interrupting my broadcast right now. Hi, sweetheart.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
Well,
Everybody joining me. My son's joining me.
I'm doing what you told me to do, but the box is almost full.
Okay, you need to go see Papa. Okay? I'm going to be in here for a while. I love you.
He wants me to sort all of them and take out everything.
Yeah, you need to leave. Yes, and go see Papa. Thank you. Please shut my door. Okay, so that's hilarious. This is live. So I have my kids cleaning their room in the summer, and I'm like, you need to take out the toys that we can donate. I'm like, this is my work day. Today is my work day. I have not gotten any work done in a week. And I'm like, you guys need to do this and this and this and this. Oh my gosh, he's 6. Nearly 7. He's old enough for some chores. So he's doing some stuff. Oh my gosh, y'all. Thanks for joining me. Hello. Hey, Alicia and Chris. Hey, Susan and Brenda, Bridget, Christine. Hello. Hi, Carol. Yeah, he does sound so cute. I would have had him on here. He actually tried to get in here, but my tripod's in the way. So I don't know. You barely saw his head, maybe. Good morning, Lisa Mona. Hey, Melody. Thanks for sharing, y'all. Yeah, so he is, anyway, I had him go through his toys, and my daughters are supposed to go through their stuff and, get rid of the things that they need to get. Their birthdays are coming up, and so it's a good time to kind of go through all their stuff. And so I was like, do this while I'm gone. And so he joins me as soon as I say hello and welcome. He walks right in my room. Anyway, so I'm glad you guys are joining me today. We are in the middle of in a summer break now. Is everybody out of school now? I had some friends who moved to Virginia, and they just finished school last week, and I'm like, wow. So, and I know our Aussie friends are like, no, we're going into winter, lady. So, anyway, I don't even know. So, good morning, Siwar. Is that what your name is? Hey, Crystal and Melody the Bayou. Hey, Ada. Thanks for sharing, Chris. Did I say that already? Wow, I'm tired. Renee says we've been out since May 22nd. Oh, man. Ours was like June 2nd or something. Crystal, your kids are in school till June 29th? Whoa. When do you start? Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Cheers. Some coffee cheers to you. I love my kids and I enjoy some break, but man, I wish it was like, I wish I had more time to be able to do work stuff too. Work stuff includes being able to knit and crochet. How are you guys doing? Do you guys have any questions for me this morning? Did you check out, September 9th is the first day of school. Oh, that's great, Crystal. Ours starts August 15th this year. It starts earlier. But I think that means that we're going to get out earlier. So anyway, hey, Bonnie. Alicia, happy early birthday. Her birthday's coming up this Saturday. That's awesome. Hello, Bonnie. Well, hello. Like Mrs. Doubtfire. Hey guys, okay, so Friday we came out with a video. This baby blanket, this is a sample. This Lacy knit baby blanket. Isn't that beautiful? This is my little sample. Of course, it's just 3 of the repeats, but anyway, this is on the easy side of patterns. Excuse me. And it is using Bernat Baby Sport. If you've seen this label before. So Bernat Baby Sport, and you can make a whole baby blanket out of that. So that came out on Needles on Friday. And then I need to do a loom version. I haven't had time to test it on the loom, but I think that you're going to be able to do it on, you know, like a small gauge loom. So anyway, oh, Chris says love the new blanket. Ada loves the baby blanket. Awesome. You love the new lookbook from Your Inspirations? Yeah, isn't it neat? So it's charity, and I love that they incorporated our our four-legged babies as well. And we got our two-legged babies. And then of course there's prayer shawls in there, and some Afghans and stuff. So it's like a great book, lookbook to bookmark for I don't know that you can pick up a printed version. You might have to see if you can get that online, but you can get an online version of it. But anyway, it's a charity lookbook. It's great. It's a giving back one. So like if you need some go-to things for like, hey, I'm doing charity, that's an excellent one, lookbook to keep tabs on. So a really pretty baby blanket, and yeah. So it's really, really good. And it's good practice. If you're a beginner and you want to step up into something lacy, this is it. So, yeah, you like that, Lisa Mona? You missed the blanket, Brenda. Here, this right here. This is the, this is a sample I made. And so this is going to be, this is on needles currently, a video on needles. And of course the patterns now, whenever I do a conversion to the loom, which I am going to work on, I want to have that for next month. I've got a whole bunch of things in line, before that. So it won't come out until beginning of July. But the patterns are always going to be, when I convert them, they're always going to stay on the loom. But what I do is I let you know, hey, print this off, bookmark this or whatever, and then I give you the changes. So it's a good idea to have like a, you know, like a folder that you keep, you know, you keep your stuff in, or, you know, like a binder or something. Maybe have some tabs and say, these are needle and these are converted, and, you know, this is loom or whatever. So that's a great way to do it. Please do it on the loom. I look for it this weekend, Debbie says. Yeah, it's, I mean, if you've seen the conversion stuff, like, okay, so the knit, this is my little sample, but there was a knit pillow or cushion that I did for a seat. This is a very small version, but there's a cushion for outdoors that I did a conversion video and showing how to do it on, on needles and on the loom, how to convert it. You can look at that one, and I give you tips on how to convert stuff. Basically all the, it's a 4-row repeat on here. That's the back. It's a 4-row repeat. And then the back is purls, so that you get a stockinette on the front, which means when you convert on the loom, all the wrong side rows that normally are purl, you're gonna, because it's all right side on the loom, you just knit those stitches. So all you gotta do is, like a typewriter, return back with with knit, and then you go from there. So if you know how to do a knit two together and a slip knit, meaning where you're putting one stitch on top of the other to reverse the look of them, then that's how you do it. And then yarn overs, where you're doing a kind of a placeholder spot to make that yarn over. Yeah, and I would not E-wrap. I would just do like a unit wrap, or do your classic reverse purl or traditional knit stitch, where you're going the opposite way of a purl stitch. You're making a knit stitch, and that would be the way to use your knit stitches on the loom. But for the needles, it's real simple. This is it, like that. Now I will say this on the needles, this main stitch pattern here is divisible by 10. So, but what they do is there's one tricky part, and on the loom, I just wouldn't even worry about it. But there is this little increase in the very beginning. So like they have you start with less and then increase to this thing that has all these multiples of 10 on the inside. I would just get it to that main cast on for that main number. It's like 180 stitches, I think, which means like on this loom, you may have to use the 28 inch not the all-in-one loom, because there's not enough pegs. But you may have to use the, I can't even talk. the 28-inch knitting board loom, which has 168 pegs, now that I think about that. But oh no, am I telling you something wrong? I'm going to have to figure this out. Maybe I'm going to have to say, you know what, maybe you have to use a Sunday wood loom or a Kiss loom that has enough stitches. So it might be that you need to get a small gauge Cindy Wood S loom. Ooh, now that I think about that. So maybe a 1/2 inch would work too. Regular gauge. Okay, anyway, enough on that. Let's see. Chris says, a friend just started a rescue for dogs from puppy mills. Definitely going to be making some of the dog blankets. Yeah. You know, I was thinking when I saw the doggy blankets on the charity lookbook, by the way, those are free patterns. If you go to yarnspirations.com and check out the lookbook that's going on right now. And if you're not sure, you just go to yarnspirations.com and click on lookbooks and you'll see all of them. And they're in reverse chronological order. So the most recent is right there. You just click on it and it's a digital magazine. You can just browse. And then all the pattern links and everything are at the end of the book. So you can look at the page number and click on it to see that particular pattern, and then click on it and it'll take you to the actual pattern to download. But the lookbook is made to be like a flipping magazine kind of thing. It's fun. Isuzu or whatever is the app that makes it do that. I forget what that's called. But anyway, the pet cushions, however they call them, those would be really good if you're making things for shelters. I'm thinking, I mean, you'd want to talk to your local shelter and say, if I made this, will you guys use it? I mean, maybe you can make it for, maybe for the puppies, or make it for rescued animals that maybe need something, a little soft spot to land on, that maybe were harmed in some way, that are having to recover. So yeah, or your local animal hospital or something like that. Yeah. Melody says, I don't do needles. She loves it, but she doesn't do needles. Chris says, Lori, the Crochet Crowd did a tutorial for the pet bed. Yes, the Crochet Crowd. So go to thecrochetcrowd.com, or you can go to youtube.com/crochetcrowd, and then they have those there. Elizabeth says, good morning. I watched your video on that sample of the weekend. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you like it. It's nice and lightweight. It's using the baby sport, and this one's approved. Like, so I say for charity, this particular yarn, I have a blog on it. So if you go to goodknitkisses.com, it goes right into my blog, and you'll see this, and it talks about the different features and benefits of this yarn. And I'm trying to find where it says it, but this is approved. It's no dialogue. Okay, that's not the part I want to read. There's a thing on it, basically saying it's basically approved for hospitals and stuff, and it doesn't have any dyes in it and everything that'll be harmful. So anyway, it's a great product. And to make the baby blanket, you just need one ball. You could make it, it's like 36 inches wide, so it's a yard wide. And then you could make it longer and double that length, because it goes 40 inches. But if you'll just double that, you can make it for somebody else. Give it to someone in a nursing home, or someone who's just suffered a loss would be a very sweet present to give. So let's see. Dawn says, thanks for showing people how to convert patterns. I can remember years ago when I loom knitted and people thought I created magic because I would convert patterns. Yeah. I mean, it's just, this pattern is, truly, it's a stock, it's a garter stitch border with the stockinette in the middle, and then in the field. And then between these areas here, this is a 10 stitch repeat. So you just got yarn overs, and then you got knit two together and slip knit next to each other, which make it like this. So you've got a left leaning and a right leaning decrease, and then you've got your yarn overs. So because you're moving things together, then you have opportunity for increases, for yarn overs to make this eyelet, this lace. And then you just keep repeating that over and over. And then when you return and come back, it's just knit on a loom. On needles, you have to purl. So sorry. which means on the garter stitches, instead garter edges, I should say, for loom knitters, on those every other row, you're actually purling on those first 10 stitches on either side to get the garter. So on loom knitting, to get a garter, you have to knit a row, purl a row, knit a row, purl a row. But on needles, you just knit the whole way, because when you turn on the other side and you make a knit row, it makes a purl on the other side. So Alicia says, when it says knit 1, purl 1 5 times, K20, P20, 2 3 times, not understand the 2 for needle knit pattern. Knit 1, purl 1 5 times. So that makes sense. And then knit 20, purl 20, 2, and then 3 times. Okay, the parentheses in your pattern that you're reading, that might be that you have a separate size for your pattern. So the way I'm reading that there, it's probably for the main size that they want you to knit, it's going to be knit 20, purl 20, and then you do that 2 times. But there might be a next size up, and then that parentheses that says 3, if you're doing that next size up, you'll do 3 times instead of 2. Does that make sense? So, okay, so Lisa Mona, because I only know how to look. I'll be watching, oh, you only know how to loom, she'll be watching for the baby blanket. Okay, cool. I did a hat cowl with that stitch, and a hat can be used as a cowl. Yeah, yeah, in fact, I've got a hat that we're going to be doing later this month, and this could totally be a cowl. I would probably make the brim, you know, a little shorter, and then I would do the main body, and then you could finish it with the brim again, and then that would make and then just bind off open instead of decreasing it. So that would be a way to go. So yeah, you can do that with a lot of hat patterns, as long as they're, you know, generous enough. They make it like a nice neck warmer. Especially if you're in an inclement weather area, you know, they fit nicely in those big jackets. Let's see. Christine says, I'm interested in buying circular needles. Which would be best to get? If you have the opportunity, and you have a local yarn store near you, or you have a trade show or something, I would go there and then start asking around. Go ahead and start asking friends and everything as well. But you can see, if you go there and say, hey, I'm not sure which ones to get and which ones I'd like. Do you guys have a selection maybe I could use and kind of mess with or whatever? If you knit already with needles, and you know the type of material that you like to use, like say you know that you like to use metal, or you know you like to use wood, that may start limiting your selection down as well. I'm a fan of Knitter's Pride needles. I like Addie's too, but I seem to kind of go to Knitter's Pride a lot. I have a couple of sets that I like. I like interchangeable circular needles, and I'm starting to do some more DPN, or make my collection bigger on DPNs. But I like the Knitter's Pride carbons. Let's see if I've got my package here with me. It's like not exactly how it's. Yeah, this is good. This is Knitter's Pride carbons, and so they have this carbon main area in the middle, and then the tip is, this is the tip here, this metal tip. And so it's not like super slippy, because like the all metal ones were like really slippy, and I just seem to be, I don't know, dropping them too much. I need a little bit of drag, but not too much. And then it looks like it's a double pointed, but this is the open end where you put the cord through. So you would put this cord on, twist it on there, and then there's like a key. I like the interchangeables. Fixed are okay, but I like the interchangeables so that if I need to go up a size or down a size, I can leave everything on the cord. And yeah, but it means also if I've got multiple projects, I probably need to get some more cords. This is my bag for the Knitter's Pride Dreams, and it's got some other stuff in here. I've actually been using it to hold all my circulars, so I even put this in here. And now that I say that, I can't put it in here. Hold on. Yeah, so see, like I put that in there, and then this just stays to the side. So this is my Knitter's Pride Dreams, okay? And these are wood. And like here it is. This is, this goes from size 7 to 11. Actually, I think it goes a little smaller than that. I think it goes to a 4. Okay, so this is a 3.5 millimeter, or a size US 4. And they're all different colors. Okay, I mean, some of the colors get repeated, but anyway, they're nice and smooth. They're like, I think they're a birch or something. Anyway, I really like them. And then I have these, which are the Clover Takumi. Okay, and then I actually just kind of put them in this very small container. This is actually supposed to be the container just for the cords. And then this is the container they came in, and I got them at, I think I got these at Michael's, and they zip. They're a nice leather pouch, but I've actually been keeping my DPNs in there, just kind of as a holder place, and so I've got them all separated. I actually need to get a better organizer for my stuff. I've actually been trying to figure out while I'm building my collection. I'm kind of waiting, but I think I'm gonna get go to Erin Lane Bags and get one of probably multiple of her bags. I was wanting to go see them at some shows and stuff. I might get them at Stitches, Texas or something. I'm hoping that I can actually just like meet her in person and see her stuff. So I hope that helps, Christine. Chalgu are really good. I like their hooks as well. There's a lot of really good ones out there. Hiya. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Ooh, Debbie. Almost hit your button to block you. That's not good. All right. Hey, Debbie, you finished the Chic Retreat cowl for my video this weekend. Yeah, that's awesome. I used one of the Premier Sweet Roll yarns. Turned out really nice. Hey, that's excellent. Hey, will you post it on our channel? I'd love to see it and share it. Carol, oh, there's a blog link. Thank you, Carol. Tarbucks Carolyn says, do you have a live session of loom knitting? When is it? I don't have a live session planned of loom knitting, but sometimes when people ask me something, I'm like, oh, I can make one. So is there something specific that you're looking on for loom knitting that you're wanting to see live? I have a ton of videos. I get a lot of people ask me questions on YouTube, and I get the distinct feeling that they don't realize that I've got like 400 videos, and plus the ones on Facebook too. So if you have a specific question, a specific thing you're looking for, type in that thing, not the whole question, but type in that thing on, if you go to youtube.com/goodknitkisses, go to the search bar, not the top one, but down below where the playlists are, there's a little search bar. Click on that and type in the keyword that you were looking for, and then it'll look through all my videos. Yeah, that would be the best place to go. You can also go to goodknitkisses.com and go into the search bar and type in what you're looking for in there and see if I have an article on it, or a link somewhere that that has that for you too. And then on Facebook, we have things separated into categories for live videos that I've done as well. So I wish Facebook was better at organizing videos, because I mean, I might start uploading my stuff that I've had on YouTube and put it on Facebook, but it just doesn't archive like I want it to. So I end up referring people to YouTube a lot, or my website. Martha says, I just finished my 3 items on looming. It's getting easier. Thank you for giving me the idea to try this. Oh, yay. Thanks, Martha. I'm so glad. I mean, I'm proud of you. Way to go. Keep going. Carissa, let's see, there's a couple of reviews out there that compare all the major brands of circulars. I'll find a link and post after this live. If you're on a budget, I love my Needle Master Chalgu cables. Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton of articles out there comparing Very Pink Knits, Stacy Perry. She has a great, like if you are into sock knitting on needles, she's got a great video on, she talks about getting, I think it's like a 6-inch cable or 9-inch cable. It's really small. If you want to do, instead of doing DPNs and you want to do on circulars, some socks or very small items. And she talks about like the different brands and why she likes them. I love what she has to say. I don't like to reinvent the wheel on like figuring out those things until someone's like, please, I want to know your take. But if you ever want to know some other things, Stacy's awesome. Love her. Just tell her I sent you. And anyway, she's great. Monica, how are you doing, sweet friend? You sound a bit stuffy. Oh my gosh, girl. I'm putting on a face today. I'm not really doing that great, but it's not like really my stuffiness. It's just, hey, let me have some coffee. I'm mad sad because my carpal tunnel has been acting up and it's been doing so good for over a year. I didn't knit or crochet at all last week. Like, and I had migraines all last week. And my back hurts. But I'm like, stop complaining. It's going to be fine. So, geez. Not cool. So, yeah. Chris says, some of the expensive sets gave really sharp points, which I don't like. Oh, you don't like the sharp points? Yeah, it depends on what you're working on. Sometimes the sharp points are really necessary. I like kind of a medium point. I think that's why I like the Knitter's Pride. Because they're not like super sharp, but they're not too blunt. Like I have an Addy Turbo set and it's also a larger gauge, but it's like so blunt and like it's like such a rounded tip that it just doesn't, I don't know, it just irritates me sometimes. Oh good, okay, so that helped you, Christine. What are your favorite crochet hooks? Odyssey. Been using the furls. Y'all see my set? Let's see if I can reach it. Oh, I am loving my furl set. I feel like I should do like I almost sang the graduation theme. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, isn't that cool? So anyway, that's my furl set. It's ergonomic and I'm enjoying it. Yeah, they're balanced. They're kind of, let's see if I can balance it. Anyway, it feels good in my hand. And I got my big old hands. My 6'1" frame can hold that really nicely. And anyway, I like it and it's nice and smooth. So, Cynthia, you want to know loom knitting turning at the end of the row. Yeah. So if you're going to turn at the end of the row, on a knit row, you're going to slip that first stitch and then knit all the way to the end. And then when you turn again, you're going to slip that first stitch, meaning you don't knit the first stitch, and then you purl all the way to the end. When you get to the end of the purl row, knit it. Don't purl it. And then on your way back, slip that first stitch, work all the way to the end. Purl row, slip that first stitch, knit all the way to the end and knit the last stitch. So that's how you would do that. Is that one that you were trying to see live? So, oh, Carol's gonna take a call. She'll be back. Okay. Alicia says there is a video in Ohio where the print gauge of needles comes off after use. Oh, okay. So yeah, that happens on some needles. You're gonna want one of these. Well, not this one. This says knitting is big in Texas, and actually, I wish that they would like put even bigger ones on here because I have bigger needles than this. I may be like, if my Papa was alive, I'd be like, Papa, can you drill me a bigger hole that meets this gauge? Anyway, you're gonna want a knitting gauge. Let me see if I've got another one. Here's one. This one is a knitting gauge. This is from Boy, and then it shows the gauge here. So what you do is when your needle comes off gauge, or even like your your hook, then you go and put it through, and then you find the millimeter that it is. Like this one, I put that in there, and it's the right size. Okay, so that's how you test it, and you're like, oh, it's that one, and then you could write it on there, or at least, I mean, I just use it for double checking. So anyway, keep a knitting gauge handy in your bag. So how many videos do you have out there? I don't even know, honey. I don't know. I know I have over 400, but really it's more than that, because I've been doing live broadcasts since August, and I was doing them like 5 days a week, and then I went down to 4, and then I went down to 3, and now I'm like I was at twice a week until summer, and then I was like, okay, I gotta do once a week during the summer, because I can't do twice with having my kids. So I don't know how many I have. I probably recorded over 1,000, I'm sure. Yeah, it's Stacy Perry and Chris. Stacy, I think it's Stacy with an I, Staci Perry. But yeah, she's Very Pink Knits, or Very Pink. She's great. Oh, Kristen, yeah. Oh, mental hugs. Yeah, I need some mental toughness right now. I get energized talking to you guys, and feel good, and I was enjoying watching the things that y'all were making over the weekend. And then yeah, but I was having like carpal tunnel issues, and then like just feeling like the shooting pain coming through, and trying to keep my arms in like the neutral position, and kind of massaging and stuff like that. Thank you, Monica. She's gonna pray for me. I just anyway, so yeah. Everybody, you guys all understand. I know we have a lot of people who watch and who knit and crochet who have chronic issues with their hands and different parts of your body, and I feel ya and I love ya, and so I do experience some of the same things. I have my ups and downs, just like anybody, and I was having to feel sorry for myself last week. But I was also busy running my kids around too. 2 of my kids joined a swim team, and so I got to have fun watching them, and so it actually worked out okay. To just like, I wasn't, I was fully engaged in watching them. I couldn't be like doing 2 things at once. So, yeah, chronic pain is no joke, Chris. Yeah, Chris likes medium points as well. Hey, P. Marianne, I always see the P in front of that, and I always want to say P. Marianne. Sounds bad. I don't know if I should just call you Marianne. Maybe your last name starts with P. You wish you could afford pearls? Furls. Yeah, Chris. It's kind of like a one at a time thing, Yeah. They deserve the Space Odyssey theme. Yeah. Yeah. What is that? I forget how to do that song. Oh gosh, that hurts. Oh, I picked that up with one hand. That was too heavy for one hand. Oh my gosh. Okay. Elizabeth, I'm currently making a painted tile shawl. Oh yeah, that Mary Maxim one. I did the video one, and using metal needles, and then bought from Michael's and had problems with the yarn splitting. Okay. What needles did you get? I was gonna say, when we're talking about the needles, this Takumi set from Clover. Okay, this is bamboo. I don't really care for this as much. Because they grab the yarn too much. Now, if you have a yarn that's really slippy, slidey, then the bamboo works well for it. But a lot of the yarn I like to work with it grabs it too much, and then it's just irritating. And so I keep this around for in a pinch, and I like that they're small enough to go. I can cram them all in this one thing. But I'm just revealing that I really don't like these as much as I wanted to. And it was kind of an expensive set. And so I don't want to toss it though. I have done this though. Hey, here's the thing. I actually have used these as stitch holders, like to kind of like offload stuff from projects and put them on these cords here. And so in a pinch, I use those for that. Just saying. Wendy says there's a project called Nifty Knitter Shawl using extra large yellow loom. I was wondering if you can give me some tips on this. There are so many shawls made on the Nifty Knitter. Not really sure what tips I could give you other than if the pattern is still available and the designer is still available, then I would contact them probably through Ravelry. Would be my best guess, unless you know that they're on Facebook. Or you could write on one of our Facebook groups, Good Knit Kisses, Loom Knit and Craft Club, and write in there and say, I'm working on, and then like name it and say it's in this book or it's this pattern, and name it and say, I'm having trouble with XYZ row. Does anyone have this pattern, and can you help me with some tips or something? Because I'm not really sure which one you're talking about. But Wendy, it's a great idea. Now, I don't photocopy the page or take a picture of the page, but if you know like a particular trouble spot, or if it's in a book, say, hey, this is the page number, and someone can help you. Tag me if you need to. Maybe I can share it with the group or something. Everybody's like, I love Stacy. Yeah, with Very Pink Knits. She's great. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Oh, you had carpal tunnel surgery? That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not really sure I'm a good candidate for surgery anymore, but yeah, if it keeps up, I'll see somebody about it. It's been a while since I've had issues. I think I must have done something that really aggravated. I'm not remembering what it was. So, oh, you guys, let me know if you have any questions. Oh, packages are in a red sleeve. Probably Chow Goo. No. Is Chow Goo in a red package? There's another one that's in a red package. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, some of them aren't sanded down enough. And that's a great point, Marianne. Yes, you can sand them down. You can also take wax paper and kind of run them over them to try and make them smoother as well. So that's another tip. So you could, if your needles are too rough, you can take a little, like a light sand. You know, you don't want to do like a really rough sandpaper, but do like a really fine one. And you know, lightly kind of rub it down, and then get like some wax paper and kind of rub it over there. Ada says, wanted to do the tile shawl, but have had to wait to buy the yarn. There is a discount code on my video. So if you're looking for that Mary Maxim painted tile shawl, or look up painted tile shawl and look for the, I'm not sure if I put it in the blog. It may be in the blog, but it's also, it should be in the comments down below on the video for the painted tile shawl. And there should be, I think it's a 10% off coupon. I want to say it's just good all the time. I don't think it was like a limited time thing. So go check that out. And it was only done earlier this year, so it's not like it's a super old video. Let's see what else. Martha says, you seem to have everything in a nice order. What's my secret? Do you want to see the not in order area? Martha. All right, Martha. I don't think I have any secrets out, so let's see. I'm looking around to see if there's something you can't see in my room, but I'll show you. You want to see my room? All right. All right, here's my house. So here's some projects hanging out and waiting. I may have to take my phone off the tripod here. Okay. And then like, so I've got different boxes that don't match and things that are waiting. And then like, that is some stuff that needs to be in better order for the sweater thing that's like waiting for me to pick back up. That's another set of stuff. Those are some looms that are waiting for things. And then like over here is all my other random yarn that's been just tossed in there. That's some extra Bernat stuff for things. Oh, there's a couple of blankets for Embrace Grace. And then like, so that's a box of supplies, and then some more stuff. Yep. So that's my closet. And then here's all my, hey, look at that. That's from the so this is kind of a mess. This is my desktop here. This is my table that I record on right here. And it's sitting out from, this is like a project table. And there's yarn on the other side of it. And then there's yarn here. Like that. And then I've got some in the floor. And then here's another. Blah! Oh, shoot. Okay, there's some yarn in there you're not supposed to see. And then here's my messy desk. Messy desk. And then here's all my books. Yay! Well, not all my books. How is that? Revealing. It's not all pretty. You're just seeing the pretty right here. So that's my secret. I was like, I just happened to put the thing that's easier to organize and hide things away. So I'm not trying to be intentional, like you can't see the pretty, but I happened to set it up this way. And I was like, well, this would be a good spot for me to do the videos from. Plus I can see out my doors and I can see if someone's like needing me. But also the math kind of worked out in this room to put the things where they are. So I was just kind of like, oh, it worked out that way. So Debbie says, have you ever done a 10 stitch on the loom video? I'm finding it intriguing, but you love your videos the best. Debbie, I did a 5 stitch, which is essentially the same thing. It just makes it quicker to watch. So I actually talk about the 10 on the 5 video, and I keep having people ask me that, and I almost want to like upload the video and rename it the 10 and be like, oops, sorry, it's not really, but you can do this for this. Or I have to make the whole stinking thing over again, which I don't want to do, and make it as a 10. So I appreciate that you like it, but check out the 10 stitch, I mean the 5 stitch. It's made on the zippy loom, so it's just bigger stitches, but it's the same thing. So, and then I did the 10 stitch on needles. The 10 stitch on needles, do I have a picture? I was going to say if I have a sample. The 10 stitch on the needles that I did a live video of, it was like an hour and a half or something. We did it on Facebook Live. It's uploaded onto YouTube. So it's like complete with questions and randomosity that I probably said in there. I'll edit this out. And I didn't. So, because it was just so much easier to put it up on YouTube. I'm telling you. Anyway, Chris, let's see. Oh yeah, I'm with you. She's like, I had hip and knee replacement with no fears, but the idea of wrist surgery scares me to death. I think I'm afraid it'll go wrong and I'll lose my hand use completely. Silly, I know, girl. It's scary but worth it, is Marianne's encouraging her. Chalgu has a twist needle that comes in a red cord. Yes, that's okay. So that's why I was thinking red. Yeah, they have a needle. Thank you for mentioning that, Alicia. Chalgu has a needle that has this twist cord. So like your cord doesn't get twisted up when you work with it, and then it kind of flips around. So it has this special thing. Chris says the secret is she sits in front of the section that's in order when she's live. Yeah, but I actually film from this section too. So like that's just where I put it. Also, because if you notice, my desk is over here, and so I just wheel my chair back and forth. So yeah, busy woman. I have so many projects here, y'all. It's not even funny. I need multiples of me to like sit around and knit the projects to get to the point where I need them. I can't afford to pay someone to do that. The mess shows a creative process. Absolutely. I didn't show you inside that cabinet over there. Yeah. I think creatively. So there is the mess. So it's not OCD. This is not. And if I was OCD, I'd be like this. I'd be like, well, I just wouldn't do this because it would drive me nuts if I was OCD, which is okay if you're OCD, but I mean, I'm not. I mean, I like things to look pretty, but I mean, I guess I would have to be tweaking that all day. And then like there's stuff peeking out, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not afraid to let you know this is real, y'all. This is not a set. Like, there are some people like make like this pristine set and they only use it for that. And I'm like, this is a working room. I need my space. So anyway, all right. Well, I don't know what time I am. Ooh, 45 minutes in. Okay. Do you guys have any more questions for me this Friday? Okay, so like I said, the video for the needle knit blanket, Lacy Knit Baby Blanket, is out on my channel, and I do have a blog talking more about this. If you want to know how to convert it to the loom, go to goodknitkisses.com and click on search and type in convert loom pattern or convert needle pattern to loom, or just convert. And you can see some information on that. There's also a handy dandy chart if you're trying to convert it. Also, if you're trying to convert a flat panel needle project over to a round needle project, you want to look at that conversion, because it's going to give you a little chart of, if I'm working on this and I want to make it in the round, or I want to make it for the loom, I do this, which is like the opposite stitch, and so it writes it out for you. So you can print that chart off and keep that in your little handy binder, which I pretend I have a binder to hold and show you. So yeah, so there's that. That came out Friday. I'll make a loom knit version. It won't be out till next month. This coming Friday is going to be the knit seat cushion that appeared on the Yarnspirations channel. It'll be on my channel version of this. The loom version is already out. And what else? Then coming up after that, next week, the polka dot knit hat will come up, and I'm making this on circular needles and DPNs in the same video, and it's kicking my booty. It's a really hard video, and it's gonna be a long video, and I'm trying not to make it so long, but there's a lot of good information in there. So if you're scared about doing DPNs or circulars, I really show you how to do it. And what else? And that's about it that I can tell you about. And then I'm working on a big project right now for the fall. So so I'll be a busy beaver. So where can you buy the chart, Angie? I don't have the chart for sale, but you can print it off of my website for personal use. And you can pin it. All the pictures on my website are pinnable. So you can pin it on Pinterest to find it later if you want to make a reference folder on Pinterest. Or just bookmark that page. It would be a good idea to bookmark that page, and even if you want to make it your home landing page, you know, whatever you want to do. So this is real, not Memorex. Is it real or is it Memorex? Alicia says. Chris says, are you doing any demos or tutorials from the new lookbook? This is from the new lookbook. This Lacy Knit Baby Blanket. So there's a little baby in there with a little thing. So I am not doing anything else from that lookbook. I happen to be doing something from a new yarn. This is a new yarn. This is called Alpaca Blend, and so I'm featuring that, and there are some patterns out for that. So yeah, and then next month is a whole new lookbook, and I will be doing 2 new patterns from that lookbook. Yeah, so that's about it. Any more questions before I go? If I could knit, I'd do it for free. I just to have something to do. Ooh, I think my yarn's here. I heard the doorbell. Ha! Yay! Anyway, all right. Well, oh, and quick. Bridget, you can view the new lookbook by going to yarnspirations.com, click on lookbook, and it's the first one listed. So that is for this month of June. It's a charity lookbook on giving back. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me at Good Knit Kisses, where I teach how to knit and crochet and help you learn all the things to make your stitching life a breeze. Thanks for joining me again. Have a great day, and happy knitting and crochet. Bye, everyone.